Okay, today we're going to focus on finding a common denominator to add unlike fractions. Remember, unlike fractions are fractions that do not have the same denominator. If we look at this problem here, a plank is painted 1/2 red and 1/3 green. The rest is painted yellow. What fraction of the plank is painted red and green? When I look at my problem here, I see I need to add 1/2 plus 1/3. 1/2 and 1/3 are unlike fractions. In order for me to add these, I need to add them as like fractions that have the same denominator. So my first step is finding a common denominator. I'm going to start this by listing my multiples for 2 and listing my multiples for 3. If you think of multiples, you can think 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6. If I continue to list these out, 8, 10, 12, and I'll go ahead and stop there. Listing my multiples for 3, I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and I can go ahead and stop there. I'm going to look to see, do I have any common multiples? Looking at my list, I have 6 and 12 are common multiples. When we're trying to find a common denominator, I go for the least common multiple, which in this case would be 6. So now I have my common multiple. I'm going to go ahead and make these like fractions. I have 1/2. I want to turn my denominator into a 6. I'm going to multiply that by 3. Whatever you do to the numerator, you need to do to the whatever you do to the denominator, you need to do to the numerator. I'm going to multiply my numerator times 3. 1 times 3 equals 3. And my denominator, 2 times 3 equals 6. Now I need to do that with my 1/3 as well. Working with my fraction of 1/3, I can say 1/3. I need to turn that into a denominator of 6. If I do my 3 times 2 equals 6, whatever I do to the denominator, I need to do to the numerator. 1 times 2. 1 times 2 is 2, and 3 times 2 is 6. I now have my fractions that I'm going to add together. So, my new problem becomes 3, 6 plus 2, 6. I have the common denominator, so I can go ahead and add my like fractions. And now I only add up my numerators. 3 plus 2 is 5, and my denominator is 6. So going up to the original question was what fraction of the plank is painted red and green? I can say 5/6 of the plank is painted red and green. And that is how you add unlike fractions.